Honey, it's Sunday, April 26th, and last night at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, things got a little too dramatic even for Washington. The entire event had to be evacuated after a credible threat was reported. Shots rang out, an officer was struck, and the suspect was taken into custody. Everyone at the dinner, thankfully, was safe. But honey, in this political climate, we can't even have a room full of journalists and celebrities without somebody trying to ruin the party. And wouldn't you know, Trump was just fine. No further comment. Anyway, while the drama was unfolding in DC, the queer news cycle was still serving. You're tuned into the Gaily News, your daily dose of everything LGBTQ+ from around the globe. I'm your host, Elliot Bright. Let's get into it. First up from the USA, Grindr just dropped a major upgrade for premium users. The app now lets you tap into AI. They're calling it GAI, pronounced gay-eye, to help with better matches, smarter conversations, and even a new health center for sexual wellness info. CEO George Arison says Grindr is going full AI first, with privacy safeguards in place so your sensitive data stays protected. It's rolling out in select countries and cities first. Finally, the gays get a little tech upgrade that actually understands us. Next, a new investigation reveals that specialty license plates in multiple states are quietly funneling millions of dollars to anti-LGBTQ+ extremist groups. Plates like In God We Trust and Choose Life have raised over $7 million since 2020 for organizations fighting against trans rights, conversion therapy bans, and equality measures. From Arizona to Florida to Montana, your vanity plate could literally be funding the groups working to roll back our rights. Time to check what your state plates are supporting, babes. In more positive USA news, New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani has appointed Black lesbian librarian and archivist Shanta Smith Cruz as the new commissioner of the Department of Records and Information Services. Smith Cruz, who has nearly 20 years in libraries, including work at the Lesbian Herstory Archives, says her queerness permeates everything she does. She's committed to preserving inclusive histories, especially protecting Stonewall from erasure, and making sure public records truly reflect all New Yorkers. Now for international news. In Ireland, an LGBTQ+ asylum seeker shared a raw and emotional post about feeling ashamed and humiliated while navigating the asylum process. Facing death threats back home and dealing with right-wing narratives that paint asylum seekers as parasites, they described severe anxiety and panic attacks. The post sparked heartfelt discussion in the community about the additional layers of shame and scrutiny queer asylum seekers often face, even in countries that claim to be welcoming. Finally, a thoughtful new piece looks at the 1997 dramedy Love and Death on Long Island, where a lonely British writer becomes obsessed with a young American actor in a homosocial bond that blurs the lines between admiration and something deeper. The film, starring John Hurt and Jason Priestley, explores loneliness, celebrity worship, and parasocial relationships with subtle homoerotic undertones. It's getting a fresh retrospective as a cult classic that still resonates with queer audiences today. That's your Gaily News for April 26th. Our community is innovating, fighting back, preserving history, and finding connection in unexpected places. Thank you for tuning in, my beautiful listeners. Stay fierce, stay safe, stay lifted responsibly, and keep showing up unapologetically. This has been Elliot Bright with the Gaily News. Like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you tomorrow.